Good morning, class, and welcome to class today. I gave classwork class yesterday. I've been homework. Abi, did I? Are you sure? I said people should do something yesterday. I did not say it. Okay. We will continue from where we stopped yesterday. But there's something that I remember, and I want us to get it sharply before we move on. Okay, now, um, yesterday we don't be pushing for our great things to move faster. We thought what VLOOKUP and SLOOKUP, VLOOKUP and SLOOKUP. Now, I say we have what three lookup. We have three types of lookup. The first is what the VLOOKUP, the gate lookup, and the extension. VLOOKUP means classical lookup. We are looking back. Gate lookup is for the contrast. Why we did not talk about gate lookup? In most of the time, the data always appears back to back. The same process, the same method, and you look for that is all the information. But the difference is that data is the other direction. Okay, so then we talk about the SQL and the difference between them. You say the SQL is flexible and it was research from both directions, from left and also from right. But the VLOOKUP said only for the left. Now, yesterday something happened. When we are using VLOOKUP from that box data, we are having error in the first one. I mean, yesterday when I was attending to where it was, I said you should come and sit in the front. So when I was attending to her, I remember that there is something that we need to add to that formula that I did not add during the class. So sometimes those things are not really compulsory. Like if you look at that end result, not found, whether you add it or not, you still have the answer. So in the VLOOKUP, there's something that we're supposed to add, which we do not add. That was what led to, I think people that are looking to without find the cause of it. So it's because we did not add something, the last part of the functions. Though those last parts are not really, sometimes they are not really compulsory. So let's look at it again before we move to the different things. So this is the data set, is sheet 1. Okay, this data set. So we are looking for the name of the persons. So sheet 1. So now, if we are all here, what we do yesterday is equal to VLOOKUP. VLOOKUP, our lookup value is this number, and then comma, our table array. So first of all, we have three things that we need to do with VLOOKUP. The first is what? The lookup value. The second is what? Table array. The third is what? Then the last is either you want it to give you exactly what you are looking for or want it to approximate it. That was what we do not have. But that part is not really compulsory. For some time, we need to add it. Okay, so let's look at everything now. So what is our table range? We do not name the table. So I will highlight the table. So the table range, I will go and highlight this table. Like we said yesterday, you can name it, but as we did not name it, as I did not name it, if you name your own, just write the table name. So I highlight the table, then comma. The column index for the name is column 2. Please, let's look at it. Column 2, I put 2, then I close the bracket and hit enter. Now, you will see what we'll have. I still use the same method we use this. We'll see have this NA. This is an error. Okay. Not that we did not do it very well, but because it was asking us to add something. So let me add what it's looking for. Now, after the 2, which is the last one, it's only next number. Before I close the bracket, I'll put comma. Immediately I put comma, we have 2 options. Okay, so after the word, the 2, which is the column index number, okay, I'll put what? Comma. Immediately you put comma, you see 2 options. The one option is called approximate match. The second option is exact match. It's true or false. Now, we always pick false. We don't use true. Whenever you are using people false and you reach this stage, we always pick true. Sorry, false. Don't pick false. So we pick the second option and then close the bracket now and hit enter. So you will see now that instead of that error, it gave us the name of person. So that was what happened yesterday. You do not now. Why do we speak false? Not true. Why do we not? Now, the false say sorry, let's have it. The true is telling you that let it approximate what you are looking for. True means that give exactly what I'm looking for. Sorry, false means give exactly what I'm looking for. That will always be, you can pick true and it will still give you an answer, but in a situation whereby there is something that is similar to that number approximately, the two can go and skip that approximation. So that's why we always pick false. So that is just that for the correction of yesterday class. I think it's I pass up my class. It's only one thing I added. The last is the good formality of see, I will not waste time on this part today because yesterday soon have the only 2 words. Didn't come and rest look but the 2 hours that we spend. Go to your formula that we have before. Normally we say the last part is what? The index number, but now I say no, add something to it. After your index number, put comma, you will see the options. You are not that part, you are not writing something different. No, if you already have the function before, just go there to the last part that you have index number. What do you do? Put comma there, you see 2 options. So inside that option, you pick the second one, which is false. Right? So now we now do what? The advantage is that you don't need to do and do again, just what do fill down. Then you have the other name. So we can the same thing with the second one. So I will not attempt to the second one again, not the same thing. So when you are doing VLOOKUP, the complete function is to add that to or false. But even though you do not add, some give you answer with that fix. It's not like S before. The complete function is must be what the error function. If you have an error, but even though you do not put, you still have the answer. But if you did not put when you have an error, you will not see that. So that is for VLOOKUP. Any questions on VLOOKUP? What I don't know. I like this. So now, like I said yesterday, if you have a bigger table, because I discovered that always difficult for many persons to highlight table when we have much data. So the first thing to do, if you want to use any font or so that it's easy for you, you name it. Okay? You name it. The simple method is what? Control Uh, control shift. Name your control and P. Control A to highlight control T mean T mean table. Control A is what to highlight all. Control T is mean to make it a table so that you will name it. Instead of you to go back and be highlighting because I know why I'm saying it. It's really very difficult if you are not very conversant with making the system porting. So name it first. Then when you are looking for, instead of going back like this one that I highlight A2 to J1 RAM, you just write the name of the table. Immediately you will start typing, you see that, oh, this is the table. And when naming your table, you don't give a space. If it is two words or yeah, if it is two words, if you are naming, for instance, let's say product price. Hello. If it is just product, that one don't get problem. But if you want to name it as product price, what do you do? If there will be no space between product and price. If you space it, it will not save. As you click outside, that is how it will disappear. It will not even save. So things you use underscore between the two words, or you use camel casing. Do not space it. You use capital letter for the beginning of each of the words to differentiate it. Even though when you do not space something, you use capital letters to start when somebody is reading it to understand that, oh, this is another thing. So either you use underscore, you use camel casing. That is for how to name your table. Okay, then for VLOOKUP. So SLOOKUP is the difference, have a slight difference from the VLOOKUP. Now SLOOKUP, now the VLOOKUP look for lookup value. Yes, SLOOKUP also search for lookup value. But SLOOKUP, in other words, did not use table array. What did he use? He used what? Column arrays. Okay, do not use table array, use column arrays. Then for the index number, SLOOKUP do not use index number, you use what? Return array. Then the advantage of SLOOKUP now is that SLOOKUP can return 3 results, but VLOOKUP return only 1 because you select the index one. So you just go and pick one item from the index. But the return array depends on if you highlight 4 columns, S column can return 4 results. If you highlight 1, you can return 1 result. If you highlight 3 columns, you can return 3 results. So let's look at S. I will just use this last one because I want to return many results. Okay, let's look at SLOOKUP. We want to see the total amount paid, and then the balance for SLOOKUP. So it can return these 3 results. So our lookup value is the Edo 101. So SLOOKUP will be equal to SLOOKUP. My lookup value is Edo 101, comma. Now the next is what lookup. So I will not highlight the whole table because it's not table array. My lookup array is the column of the ID. So I'll highlight the column ID. This is my column array. Highlight it, comma. Then the next thing is what? It will tell you my return array. Okay, I need 3 results, which is total amount paid, and balance. So I'll highlight these 3 columns as my return array. 1, 2, 3. So I will highlight from total amount to the last one, then comma, quotation, not found, close quotation, then close my bracket. So now SLOOKUP, now look at it. SLOOKUP have lookup value, the same thing with VLOOKUP. But the next stage, which is what? column array, VLOOKUP use table array. That is the difference. This one, those people making noise have been saying this time without number. I can send you out of my class. VLOOKUP use what? Table array, but XLOOKUP use what? Column array. So this is the column array. Now, please, the issue is that there is something I want us to understand. You cannot be cramming formula, you understand it. Because if you want to cram, imagine you have 110 formula. That will cram it. I say that they explain. So this is not to say you know how to do it now, understand it. You cannot have to do it now and you forget it. But if you understand, you will not forget it. Now, he asks for what? Lookup array. Because if you go remember, because okay, maybe when you want to do it on your own, you can't tell you say lookup array. You may not put it in lookup array, say you will go confused, or maybe column array. Now, lookup array is what you are searching for, which is searching information about this about Edo 111, which is our lookup array. Now, the column array is the column where the ID exists. Okay, so that is how we highlight the column array. Then the next thing is the return array. The return array is where the column where the result you want it to bring for you, which is this. So the result I need is total payment, amount paid, and balance. So I will highlight the three. Now, if you need one, let's say you need only balance, you can highlight only balance column. If you need, let's say you need only age, you come and highlight age column. Okay. Let's look at something. I hit enter. So you see the results. So you see the results now. It gives us the amount, the total amount paid, and balance. Now, if I had not found, if I change this number to 102, the result will change. But if I change it to 12, let's say I change this one to 112. If you say it's not found, that means that there is no number, there is no code number that is buried in the 112. That is the essence of that not found that will add in the formula. Maybe. I hear you. Okay, but those are using 216. 216 did not have XLOOKUP. Yes. XLOOKUP, we have 2021 and 2024. Okay, the second example is an assignment. The second example is an assignment. Now, let me bring it back now. Let me do this back. 101. Now, this part is telling you that, for instance, okay, we have a code. If I show this one, we want you to show us name. So that anytime we change name, let's know the name of people that are owing or those people that have paid. That clear? Eh? We use code. The second one you use name. That is class work. I'll check it. I want to know whether you understand. Eh? Yes. Now,
Sir, how we
no, if you understand, see, I'm not doing. If you understand it, you can apply it. In most of the things are learning, please, the cost is too much. I'm talking. I'll call somebody to come and teach us. And I'll be a student. If you cannot apply it to that second one, that's not even going to that. Because there is no way everything you are learning should be direct. There are some one that you apply it. Even this one I leave as that's what is direct. But it's just small thing that you need to do by yourself. I want you to do it as an example. Very simple. What did I tell you? We talk about lookup value. It's the lookup value that I want you to define it yourself. Now, for instance, if I use this, let's put hello for an office now. Okay, I think no person with their name. Okay, you don't know their number. So if you do it for me with their number, how will I know the person? So me, I'm giving you as a class order. I want to see the end of the relation. The same process for different group of value. You're looking at it. Somebody have already done it. So please, I think by all means, it's not giving the sign and this. Yes. Huh? Not giving the last sign that needs to be. And it's not for my you okay, the next sign is not automatic in Excel sheet now. I now see, I told you yesterday that I format this thing and see, I don't see before I giving us different color. Depends on what one. I've already formatted the first one. Okay, we will let that. Okay, how to format cell. People that are making noise, what is the problem? Okay, it's only one person that if you know you have done your own, let me see your hand up. Because I'm showing exception of person by using. If you know, sometimes when you are actually with the noise, I will continue the class. The fact is that people need to know something. There are two things involved in learning. One, you need to know it. There is no need of moving from where you don't know it. Second, you need to try as much as possible to cover your content. Hello, and they get what I try to. So I'm trying to balance the two. If you choose one, either one, two I mentioned, it will not be really fine. One, if you need to know small, it's good, but you don't cover go everywhere. But if you cover everything and you don't know, that's a problem. So it's not work, the balance. Have you noticed so? Eh? If you not decided to say the 3 months now only a time to do, I go follow and do them. I never get it. So please, as far as we are trying to be slow, let's also try to have a space so that we will for that. If you don't do your own, come to take a contact. Huh? No, I said I do number one and one by two instead of number. Let it be name. Let me see if I change the name. Let me tell you, if I change it, for instance, if it's Osaze, if I change it to Bebo, can you see? That is what I mean. Let's move on to proper. For those that don't want to learn it, we'll move to today's topic. Now, please, that one is too much now. If people are okay with some people should be talking, I should be talking, I will continue, no problem. If you want to ask something, here I stand, I'm not sit down. If you call me, I know about it. I don't know. But the way I stand, I don't talk. Whatever we do, I will continue like that. Because I have given the one too much. And me, I don't try to talk. So let us do it for you. If we want to be making us design, I'll continue myself for that. Now, for this, for those that have done their own, good. For those that do not want to do it. Because one thing is that learning is practical and to be learned, they use it to apply for yourself. So I want to talk about today, I want us to think about reference. Okay, why I want to talk about it is about the drop-down that we did that when you clean it, everything. So I want to talk about reference. It's covered with white. You know, saying a special personality. So anything where you talk about is for those that see it, and that's one of what people to make it I like that. I don't go push up. Okay. Let's try to make something. For those people are coming to make for the first time, I find out and so their minds are good. Now, what I mean is that, okay, just do introduction. Okay, now, what I mean is that the classwork, please, let's look at it. I will copy one name from here, Control C, and paste it here as my, then I'll now say equals to S lookup. Okay, let me bold it so that you can see it well. So I'll do equal to S lookup. I'll do equal to S lookup. My lookup value is Jennifer, comma. My lookup array is the name column, which I will highlight, comma. My return array is this4 because I say just change it to name. That's what I said. Then, comma, quotation, not found. Close quotation, then close bracket. So the only thing I just need to do, I say we use code, you use name. So every other thing is also the same. What you only change is name. So it's just for you to pick it when you are doing what? Name. Then when you go to about lookup column, instead of this, what? Use this. Then you hit enter. So now, Jenny have the total of 5,000. She has paid 30,000 and is owing 35. Okay. For the formatting, let's look at it. So if you want to format it to Naira or any other column, click the column. Let's highlight it to 3 because let's format it at once. Click, highlight the 3 columns that you want to format it. Go to Home tab, then under this general, come to number. I thought to have to check. Under Home tab, come to number. It's on general. Okay, so you see $sign here. You can click a drop down on that general. If you click general, you take us to accounting, currency. Now, automatic, if you pick currency, it will become $1. Hello. So if you click that general, you see options. It is general before. We have number. This is what I'm talking about, data type. If you remember that day, I talked about data type, right? So these are data type. Okay. You see short date, long date, time, percentage, fraction, and more. So let's pick more. We'll pick what? More. So under that more, if you don't want to follow this, we don't pick currency there. But under that more, we come to currency or accounting. Okay, let's use currency. Let's use currency. Now, if you pick currency, you see symbol here. How many of us are there? To pick currency, you see symbol. So go to that symbol. It's the dollar that is there. Click the drop down, and you see different symbols of currency. Then you search for Nigerian naira. Nigerian naira. Have the Igbo, have the Edo, have the Hausa, have the Fulani, have the Igbo place. So search and pick which one you want to pick. Eh? Hello. How many persons have seen naira? Small after English, US or so before you see naira. Just they scroll down small. If you too fast, you know see. So there's no sentence. But are you in that symbol? Pick between Edo and Igbo, I bet no pick. So now the naira is immediately after this K Leo, Abina Leo. After Filipino, the next one you see Edo, Naira, Fulani, Hausa. So you pick, please. God. There are 5 or so. We have the Edo, we have the Hausa, we have the Yoruba, we have the Fulani. So you can pick any one, but I will. The thing I say one is there is one. If you pick, it will come after the numbers. So I cannot remember that particular one. Instead of be at the front, it will be at the back. So you pick either Igbo or Edo, anyone. And so I'm picking Edo, then I'll click OK. So you see that. Now, if we formatted, whenever you see this symbol, tell me what's happened here. And whenever you see something like this, that space is too small. So you expand it. You go up here, and when it becomes plus, you can double click it to expand it. So you will now that is how you format it to naira. So you can pick any of the currency symbol. So we are looking for naira. So you can pick if it is dollar. No dollar is just automatic. Once you go there, if it is dollar you want to once you go to Home tab and you reach that general, you will just see it here. Then you don't need to do that movement. See it here, just pick it there. Mean we are good to go. So if it is the other one, that is when you click now. That step, the first step, I follow that general. You can click the front of that dollar and it will still take you the same thing. So you see, if you click front of the dollar, you see other one. Dollar English United States, English United Kingdom, Euro, then Chinese, then you come to more. This more is when you search for Nigeria and other currency. So that's how, most of the time when we type for this, people they use hash because of that. So professionally, we don't accept hash. Okay. Now, well, another person can buy increase it from their own duties. Do it. Okay. So any other person that can increase for your own, just do it. You have two special candidates in the class, King David and Luke. So now what's happened? Huh? Now I want us to look at reference. We have three references, but we'll be looking at two. Z reference. When we say reference in English, what does that mean? Those are studying So now we will be looking at reference, especially when we are doing references mean you are doing something here, but the source is somewhere that you are linking it to a source somewhere. Okay, you want to do something here, but you link it to a source somewhere. That's what we mean by reference. Sometimes once the source is not there, what you do not work again. You show blank or give an error. That was what happened. If you remember when we do a drop-down list, somebody did it at home and like, oh, when you click it, it's gone. Yes, that was your reference. So we have two, I'll talk about two types of reference, the absolute reference and the. So on the reference, I'll come back to the first. We have two types. Number one, okay, no, I say two. We have officially, we have many, but three, but we'll be using two. Number one is relative reference. And then number two is absolute reference. Okay. Now, I want us to look at the example of the two. Why do we even talk about it? Okay, reference. We have relative reference and we have absolute reference. So, want to look at it and know what is the difference between the two. Want to particularize that I would like to define the absolute definition of it. So, so let's look at reference now. In this sheet, I want us to do sum of the number. Maybe you have it before. So equal to sum. Okay, I'm adding this together, close my bracket and hit enter. Okay. I have sum, normal sum. This result reference this number. Okay. Let's say if I remove all this number, it becomes 0. Like I said, it print the reference print out something like this thing I'm doing to link to. But if the original information is no more, I got down for months. So now this I did without anything attached to it is called relative reference. Now, relative reference. Now, if I copy this answer, if I say Control C this answer and go and paste it in another place, it will give me 0. Now, if I copy this, it's supposed to give me that. And for those that know how to copy, hello. But if you give me 0, that is relative reference. Because it cannot reference this. It's a direct reference here. So when you copy it to another place, it cannot reference this original source. So there is no way to give you this number again. Hello. Hello. Do we get what I say? Try and copy, or if I copy this one and paste it in another place, it will never give you that number. But if you write it with your hand, if you copy it, it will give you that number. Yeah. So that's relative reference. It references those numbers. The reason is that here the result, the original result for sum reference the original result for sum reference B10 to B13. But this way did not recognize this B10 to B13 giving 0. So it's not because here is D, so it did not recognize B. So the result B10 to B13. So the relative reference cannot reference this B. So it give you, if you click it, let's say I go and click this this one and give me 0. It's instead of giving me, it's showing D. Look at it. If I click it, it's giving me D10, and there is nothing D10. That's why I'm giving you 0. Right? Okay, if we copy it like this, it will give you result. So something happened strange a bit. Now, the problem now is that it's become B13 to B16. And it give me result, which is 260. But now, hello. I'm deleting this one now so that I'll use the absolute. What is the difference between the relative and absolute? Now, you will lock it. You will lock it. So equal to sum. I'll see what highlights the same thing the way I do it. But the difference is I will lock it. I'll lock B and I'll lock this B and this B. It will give me my 220 here. But if I copy go anywhere, it will reference it and still give me my result. Now, how do we lock it? The log will use $sign to lock it. So at the front of the first B, control and what? $sign. Before that 10, $sign also. Then the second B at the front, $sign. Before the 13, $sign. So that is how to lock it. Now, that lock it becomes an absolute reference, not relative behavior. So you lock the B, that is $sign. B is in the middle of the 2B will be in the middle of what? The $sign. So if I hit enter, I'll still have my answer. I don't do any formula, I just block it. So if I copy it now, if I copy this result, Control C, then I come and paste it to another place, it gives me my 220. So that is the difference between the relative reference and absolute reference. relative reference, when you have to use a function and you copy it to another cell, it will not give you that result because it's the relatives are not referenced there. But the absolute reference, when you copy your result to another cell, it will still give you the same thing because the cell. Now, if I click now, this place are still giving my 220. If I click it, you see that zero don't turn to 220. That first zero. I did not touch it too because I have already logged it. If I click this one now, you will see the formula there now. It will still be referenced B, even though it's under the because the law now that place where you copy the D show. Normally, the first one when I copy it here, it turns to D, a B. But now absolute reference is still showing B. That's why I still have that 220. So if you are having a result and you are copying it to another place, and you want to know where you will form the function, you want to be reference. Now, that is all for reference. The next thing is, I want us to understand more about it. Maybe for those that maybe want to go and use it for their business. The next thing is, for instance, now let's say as I'm working, I want to step somewhere and maybe I don't lock my system. I know they lock my system. Okay. Maybe you don't go somewhere, not people say go far. So you are coming back, so you never go off the system. And then somebody goes come and tamper with your work. No, you come and continue to the work somewhere. Somewhere come and tamper. So we can lock these sheets that nobody can touch it. The person, I was saying it yesterday or so when I was showing you the work I did. So we can lock our sheets. It is only or someone operate. So now this I want to be but I want to highlight the whole sheet. Don't click inside where your data is, just click outside so that when you do control A, you highlight the sheet. So you see, you highlight those. If I click only here to highlight only where I have data, so I click outside. Control A, highlight the whole data. Then go to your review tab. After data, you see the review. Check your how many person have seen it. After data, for all, you see review. So go to review tab. Click the review tab. You will see protect sheets. Review tab. You see what protect sheets. How many of us are there? Only one. See one hand. Huh? So protect sheets. I want to move. That's why I ask. If I ask, I be like make I guess we are there. The reason is that please let's understand me. I always ask how many of you are there so that I can move on. I don't want situation whereby I don't they go, people know the follow. So let's be respond here so that make I know say we are there. Are we there? So we'll click protect sheets. It will bring this off. So it's just going to put your password. Let's say me, not put long to make I go put 1 to 3. 1 to 3. Then I'll click OK. It will bring it for me to verify. Still 1 to 3. Then I'll click OK for the second time. Now, if you are there, just click the sheet and see like you want to write something. I like the sheet. Go to review. Go to protect sheet. Click protect sheet. Enter passcode. Click enter. Enter to verify. So that is right. So now I cannot write on this sheet again. See, I what? Unlock it. How do you unlock it? You can still go there or see where the sheet is. Sheet sum, abi. If you don't want to go to review, come to where this sum is. This down here. Right click it. You see option. Protect sheet. You know that you are already protected. You say protect sheet. You can still go back to review, or you can follow here. So you click on protect sheet, and then you enter your code. Then you click enter. So try to write now. You can write whatever you want. Hello, somebody. Now, that is for a worksheet. You can protect only your data. Where your data is. You save it. Like if you never remove it, that way we remove. If you protect it and you save it, anytime you come, you must open it. Okay? You protect it and you save it. But as you open it, you have already opened it. So then another one is I fit send work for you. Say make check out for me. If you should be, just make a comment, but don't touch my work. Now only where the data is no touch, but you can write in other cell where there is no data. Hello. And for this first one now, you know if you write anything for that sheet, but if you enter another sheet, you go write for that particular sheet because some he or she or it or she cannot write anything anywhere inside this sheet. Come on. And they but he follow me like. Are we good to go? Any question? Okay, let me use this. Okay, particular one, like here. Now, it's to do to happen with this my information here. Now, if you look at now, if I click here, I can change any figure here now. Like this 300, I can change it. I can clean it. I people seen it. I can clean it. I can go and remove this 500. Okay, but let me bring them back. Now, I want to protect just that data. So first thing, the same process. No, this one get long process. Control A to highlight everything as well. The whole sheet. Now, this part, we are not going to preview yet. You right click it and then go to format cell. So this one have a little bit long process. The second one is Control A to highlight the whole sheet. You don't go to protect to review yet. Come to what? Format cell. Right click and what? Pick format cell. Go to protection. Are we there? Yes. And so go to protection. And then uncheck this. This is lock. Remove it. So uncheck the lock and click OK. Are we there? Now, highlight where you want to protect. That is that data. Still right click and look for, highlight where you want to protect. Right click and go to format cell. Look for format cell where is okay. And then lock it now. You see now, the first one, the whole sheet you highlight, you look for performance cell, you unlock it. The second step, you highlight where you want to what to lock or you want to protect, you lock it and click OK. This is step 2. Now, you go to preview now and add your code or password. That is step 3. Step 1, the whole sheet. Talk now. This one is, I'm not the choir stand that you'll be doing like this for me. I'm not the chorus stand. Eh? Because you are making us. That is why I will always emphasize saying when I talk, may nobody talk for behind. And when I even they try to summarize the come before you are doing her like whether na football, you want to say one substitute me, man, sit down so that you come and take the class. This second one is what 3 steps. Step 1, I like the whole sheet. Right click, locate for master, go and what unlock the sheet, click OK. Step 2, highlight the data, that is where you want to lock. Right click, go to format cell, go and click lock. Click OK. Then the last step is to go to review now and put your password. Review and then protect sheets and enter your password 1, 2, 3. Okay. Confirm it 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now, if I can write here, but if I go to where the write-up is, so I can write anywhere except that particular place. So it depends on what you want. If you want to protect the whole sheet, follow the first step. If you want to protect only the data, use second step. So, but the first step is easy compared to the second one to protect only the data. Same process. Just go to review. Or go to review, you see. Once you protect anything, if you go to review, it will tell you unprotect. Then you remove it 1, 2, 3. So we'll move to if statement. Move to if statement. Except we have questions on what we have done so far. Wait to be if and wait to be statement. Ask questions, Jennifer. Jennifer, you are doing like you're not in class today. What's happening? Are you okay? Eh? Okay. If statement is a conditional statement, yes. I can say if Jennifer is employed, let them be true or false. If we go set, we check Jennifer here, don't check the name, don't check the name. This is a bit on our board, you say true. Or if you say Jennifer, you say false. Okay. So and then if statement is used to check the statement of the half condition, we can use it when we are given this map. For instance, now, maybe you have a data that. Let's look at this. Let's look at this. Let's see. Let's leave this supermarket Marchand. me and the sales. Okay, so at the end of year, at the end of the year, Jennifer comes to me and say, please check our customer. And let's say if we have top customer that's if you have top customer that maybe buy things from us, that spends maybe 500,000 and above, I want to give them a gift. Hello. So if you have customer and then you are looking at the data of this magnitude, where is that data set? Okay. It's 27,000 something. So you cannot be checking the amount one after the other. So what you want to do is you want to give a remark. If let's say we have an amount, if amount is greater than this, you can just put gifts. If not, no gifts. That is just for 2 options. Hello. So then it will go and search that columns that if any customer that spend up to 500,000, it will now put a gift. After you have give that remark, I want to check the name of those people that are up that have gifts. You just go and filter it. Click that column for that you do gift or no gift, and then filter it. You remove no gift. Then it will only show you the information of people that supposed to have gift. Okay, that is one aspect. Maybe they are working on the full results, and let's say those like the way they publish results now online, then they give you a map that okay, they have marked the score. We have a score of 80, 90, 100, and they already give you a map that okay, from 80 to 100 is excellence. From this to this. So instead of you to be looking for them and write one by one, use if statement to publish it. Okay. So let's look at, we have if statement, which is just one, and we have nested if, which is many. Okay, so the single if statement, sometimes we don't really make use of it much, but we make use of more. If you look, if you have this, how many of us have this are here? How many persons are here? You will see the tips here. Like I started with the example of if Jennifer is a girl. Okay, now I have this one called pineapple here. This spelling no correction. When I say equal to if, I go and click it. If A5 equal to, then I'll use my hand to write what's there. If equal to P9 quotation, comma, true, comma, false. Then I'll close the bracket and hit enter. So if it is really pineapple, it will give me true. Now we'll look at if nested if in the next page. Now we have A5. Now I say, okay, if A5 equals to this, true or false. Now if it is pineapple, it will be true. If it is false, if it is not pineapple, it will be false. So that is just simple method for if statement. But we'll look at the more one that is making your basic. We'll look at something one. Let's look at this one here before I go to nested if. Here is, let's say here is 60. Here is 50. Here is 40. Okay, here I'll do equal to if I'll click if D6 equal to 60, comma, give me pass. S fail. Can we see it? Eh? Can we see it? Now, I'm not using true or false again. I say if this is, which is here now 60 there, I'll click it. If this is equal to 60, comma, quotation pass, close quotation, comma, fail. Now, this is just an if statement because I'm using one if. What does that mean is that if we check, the function will go and check this 6, and then it will not see what is there. If what is there is 60, to write pass. But if what is there is not 60, to write face. So let me enter and see. I'll have pass. Let me drag it down. Now, if I drag it down, what will happen? I use only one container, which is 60 for pass. So because 50 is not up to 60, give us K. Because 40 is not up to 60, give us K. But to address this issue, in order to allocate different math, we use what is called nested if. Because if you use only if, this is what you have. Only if does give two options, either pass or fail. But if you use nested if, you have opportunity to put 50, you have opportunity to put 60 should be very good, 50 should be good, 45 to be pass, and then less than 45 to be fail. Hello. Only if statements can give you only two options, pass or fail. But if you use nested if, you have opportunity to add multiple options. So if you're looking at nested if, now we'll get ready to type, because that one will type it by ourselves. In type 4, we want to read by ourselves. I don't think that nested if have anything. Somebody should check that page of nested if there anything though. Nothing a bit. So we'll type it by ourselves. So now get ready to type. So that is what if function do. We make use of it very, 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 very well. Okay, now in a data, for instance, now, if they give a data that contains age, and in a scenario that we can make use of this statement, so this if we give you data that contains age or salary, like you don't really directly use people like age to do analysis. Imagine if you want to analyze data based on age. Hello, Mona Lisa. If you want to analyze data based on age, you cannot just use that physical number. It will be somehow. For instance, now, if you have the age that record from 19 to 70. Hello. You have a record age of 19 to 70. And you want to analyze data using age so that Destiny can know how it will tailor the goods that is bringing based on the age that patronize a shop. You know, we cannot directly use. You cannot directly use age because you cannot be using somebody age 19 and this new prepare. Somebody age 29. You will be tired. What you do is you can classify the age as teenage, youth, adult, and elderly. Because all in the group age always like similar things. You don't specify one age and say this age like this. No. Let's say between the age of 10 to 19, the teenage, they have a similar idea of what they like. So you classify the age based on the group based on a teenager. This is what we prefer. From teenager, you have to maybe 20 to 25. You group there as start. You can use your adult. So for you to do that, you use what we call nested if. And another scenario that we use is you can group you can group
You can use example size.
yes, I'll talk about exam score. I want to use another thing. Yeah, that exam score, this is what we'll be using now.
Because you said that is a very
Yeah, that's what we use. That immediately I think that's what we use the starting class. You can actually do product as well. If you have a, for instance, now let's say the rate of product, 8, 9, 10. So you can group it. Any product that is rated from 7 to 8 is the best, and this is the best. Then another one is salary. If you want to analyze data, let's say employee data based on salary, you cannot be using the amount. It will not go well. So because when we want to analyze data, we want to create a visual, we need two things. We need text and we need numbers. So you cannot be using people for salary. What you can best use is you group the salary. Like from 50,000 to 100,000, you can say low salary. From 120 to 180, you can say average salary. Then from 200 above, a high salary. So that one, for instance, let's say if you want to, because there's some time let's say if you want to analyze the data based on people that live the world. So, and you want to check what is the risk. And you want to say, okay, let me use salary and pay. You now group based on the high, the low, and the high, and the average. To see whether people living because of salary or not. So you don't use the mere salary people. And okay, so let's go to nested if function. We'll use the exam score for this nested if function. Exam score. Okay, just simple. I will just use this one as a score. And here will be remark. The way I'm the life. So let's use this as a score 90, 60, 30, 40, 80, 70, 90, 80, 30, 40, 60, 50, 70. Okay, let's say 90. Let's say 90 to give us excellence. To give us very good. 70 should give us good. 60 credit. 50 pass. below 50, let's just stop like that. Below 50, below is failed. So we have this. So 90 excellent, 80 very good. So are we good? Can we start now? Yes. So equal to, now, what do we mean by nested if? Okay, before I start, nested if is if inside if, the use of multiple, as far as if it is two from two above, we call it nested if, don't call it if. So what do we mean by one if is nested inside another? Okay, that's what we call nested if. We see if, but just an addition of if. That's what we call it nested if. So equal to if you will come and click this 90, please. Now, which is A2. We don't have any business with this one. We'll be using that A2 till we finish our function. Don't be tempted that, okay, because we are dealing with 872, we cross over. No. Hello. We'll be dealing with what A2 till we finish our function. So, equal to if A2 is equal to 90, comma, then you write your what? Quotation, you write what you want. Excellent. You close your bracket, comma. So the first if we are through with it, if A to equal 90, you should give us excellent. That's what you mean. Okay, and if you set the column, anywhere you see 90, should give you excellent. We are done. So another if now that will make it nested. Now we'll continue with another if again. Then you go back to A2 again. If A2 equals to, now you come back to the second number, which is 80. If A2 equal to 80, comma, quotation, give me what? Very good. You close your quotation, comma. You are done with the second if. We are moving to the third one now. If still A2 equal to 70, comma, quotation. 70 is good. So good, you close your quotation, comma. We are done with the third one. So the fourth one, if again, like I say nested if give us opportunity to give more options. That is multiple options. So if A2 equal to 60, comma, quotation, 60 give us what? Credit. Credit. Close your quotation, comma. Another if again, A2 equal to 50, comma, quotation. 50 is pass. Close your quotation, comma. Now, there is a small this information here. Now, all this information give us 111, but this one last one say below 50. So what do we do? So in that last one, we don't use if again. Our if will stop at 50. If A2 equals to 50, comma, S, just open your page. Don't write anything. Don't write anything again. When is 50, if A2 is equal to 50, give me pass, comma, open quotation and put space. Quotation, fail, and close your quotation. Because why we use just like this is that here have many options. So we don't use anyone. Okay, so what it means is that you have already assigned every mark to this to 50. So what you are saying this without it again that any remaining number that did not fall between 50 to 90 should you should assign K to it. Hello? That you assign 90 as excellence, 80 as very good, 70 as good, 60 as very. Anything that is not between those range now, you assign K. Then I stop there. So close your bracket. Hello, you can't analyze 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'll close 5 brackets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In if function or in a Z, you close the bracket based on how many you want. The number of brackets you open of the close. Okay, so we use 5 if, that's when we open 5 brackets. So we must close it 5 times. Okay, I'll pick count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'll close my bracket 5 times. Are we good?
Yeah.
Are we good?
Yeah.
So can I hit enter now? Eh? So if I hit enter, it will give me only 1, which is excellent. Then I'll do drag down. So you now see that. Let us look at it. 90 excellent, 60 credit, 40, 80 very good, 70 good, 90 excellence, 80 very good, 30 so 50 pass. But I have shouting, you will be among people that say yes. When you keep quiet, they say what? You consented to people that say yes now. Then the speaker of the house will now the listen for things you don't have passed. Yes, now. If they say people that say me, you talk, you don't talk. People that say yes, you say yes, you don't talk. They go hit the nail on the table now. Before you know, you don't consented to it. Now, when I go back to that one, there is one assignment there that asks us to do something like this. That's why I say there are some attention. That one that is close to some. There's a question there. That talk about connected. So it was asking you that if a customer is from social number to social number, rank it as brand seeker. If a customer is from social number, rank it as beginner or something of that nature. So if statement is very, very, very crucial to me data analysis. Next step. So if you have just 4 options, now if you have 4 options, you use 3 filters. The last one we don't normally use E, we use S. What do we mean by S? If all the criteria that is here, the remaining one if you not fall for them, give me this mark. So we don't normally use if complete according to the option we have. If we have 2 options, we use only 1 if. If you remember when I said pass or fail, only 1 will use. If you have 3 options, you use what? 2 if. If you have 4 options, you use 3 if. All right, let's check sheet 2. Are we good to go now?
Yeah.
Okay, let's check sheet 2. so that you people can answer it for me, or I will leave it as a homework. Okay, now if you check sheet 2, data department. Now, the question 1 said derive a new column for yeah. Derive a new column for weekday months. Merge first name and last name. We done that using join. Derive a customer as different between the birth date. Derive the age. Derive the custom. Okay. No, that's not what I'm talking about. This second one, customer value, not even there. This part, this particular one, derive the customer value balance on spending. The number 6 question. Okay, yes, we have 2 questions there, number 5 and 6. Derive the customer age band based on category shown on the left side. Hello. These 2 questions will be using what? That is question 5 and 6. This 5 is this 6 is this. Are they here? So? Yes. Now, let's check the data set first. But the first one for age, you cannot do it yet. Do you know why? Eh? Why? What's happened to the range? The answer what you know understand. Equation, this particular one, equation 5. You cannot do question 5 for question 4. So you answer question 5, you must do question 4. Now the reason is simple. If you look at that data, there is no column for age. So there is no column for age yet. So you need to create a column for age first. Because that is the question for question 4. So question 4 says derive a column for age. So when you already have a column for age, then you now what? Work the question 5. Now, okay, that will now bring us another topic. How to trace an age useful date. Wasting time. But I'm still talking. It's talking not part of me. Why is not what you say? So if like they don't know what you mean like. If we leave only, let's be concentrate only like this. So increase now. That's I have not checked. Yes, and okay, I said you have not calculated. That's it. That's what I'm doing. Not time see it's right soon. If it's not like you might increase this. If it's rocket now, put a kilo, not cost. Now, okay, then if you don't want to data, we have 3 different data that we because if we leave one, it will not work well. If everybody connects to one data, slow down. So we don't like this so now we don't normally connect it to the like how it says I want to do that because of but today if we have one, I can use anyone, but this I think that today I'm more of our switch. Okay, so now I said because of this question, I will help to answer question 4, but I will not answer this one. Shall we? Okay. No, I never really. It still will be problem. In fact, if I list you, anybody will answer this question 5 on his own. I'll give you something. No, for class. For class. Anybody that answer this for class, I will grant the person a private class for 1 week. And then I'll charge the person 5 naira and join. So let's answer question 4 first. Before now, I want to add a space. I want to add extra columns so that we'll have more columns. Okay, we can do it on our own. Hello. So please let insert extra column. Just go to the K like this, highlight it. Then right click. Please, if you know you cannot do it on your own, follow. Go to the K, highlight it, right click, and then insert. Insert. To add, you can still do if you want more. Again, right click and insert. Now let's create a column called H. Let's write H. Now this is the last thing I mean. Let's call the column called H. So we'll name it H at the up. H. Are we there? So let's answer number 4 that says derive the customer age as different between the birth date and between what? The birth date and what? And so now what they are saying is that now the question is telling us that the person has a birth date here and they have the day in other goods. Now, from the day in other goods, okay, no, from the day where they born now, the day where in other goods, how old is the person? That is what they are asking. Now, the person's other goods in most of sorry, 2, 11 to 12. So we are not calculating of today. So as we are calculating the years as of 2, 11 or 2, 4. If now like this now, I want it one. If you are using calculator now, don't give it a point. And minus it with. So let's look at what is the function for calculating. So we'll go to the column called age that we just named. Then I will do equal to wait. Wait, do we have date with difference there? No. Check. D def. No. Yeah. You have. Yeah, even 365. Yes. I know we now have it. Okay, there's difference between the 2 dates. Now, I wish to use integer, but integer will be calculated using today's dates. Okay, let's try. There is another function again, but I've forgotten the other function name. Okay, you get difference. I want us to make use of, but we do not have that function in the system. We will not get it. Eh? It's very different. I have three. I will be using, but the difference is one thing. Each teacher calculate my stage. Let's see. So how do we answer this question now? Why don't we will not get a big difference? Wait, this is not charging my system. Okay, let's first of all leave that function first. We'll come back to it later. Um, okay, let's look at this data cleaning method, this small one. Data cleaning, just check. Are we there? Okay, now if you look at, we have a function called clean function. Let's look at this full name. So what is wrong with this name? Eh? Okay, is what? Okay, so there's a function called proper. There's a function called what? Proper. So let's use a proper function to correct it. Okay, I've remembered the second function for age. So equal to proper is a function. Then what do you do? Proper, you put again the text. So proper means to correct the text that is not arranged. So now equal to proper, you what? Click the text that you want to correct, and then you close your brackets and hit enter. So check your own. So you can do what? You do a drop down list. Feed down, feed down, feed down. Equal to what? Proper. And you feed down. Now, there is a function that you can equally correct it without using proper. If you want it to be capital letter, what if, let's say you want it to be capital letter, or the name that is not proper, let's say you want to correct it with capital letter. Are we good? There is a function called upper. equal to upper. No be upper sakpomba. Then again. So now, if you just want it to rearrange in capital letter and just the first one, you use proper. But you want everything to front to capital letter, correct it from this, you use what? Upper. And if you want it to be small letter, you use a font for lower. Are we good?
Yeah.
Can we continue? So that is that. So before we continue with bigger actions, I want us to go back to the age. Add what? Which one?
That's that. Put together. They not put it today. Separate sports.
They are not together now.
That's it.
A5. If I want to separate it. Ah. Okay, if you want to separate this one using function. But this is non-name. Anything you want to separate, you use did I even think of this one before? Let's look at where my paper. Let's see what station it was. But we'll work on that. But if something is together. Let's try something and see, but I've not worked for equal to you know why it will be difficult? It's there are some things that it look it at just one single items together. So there is nothing, there is no quotation, there is no anything. So that is what I'm looking at. If I are using something that space quotation, how do you put it? Okay. Okay, now there is only solution. There's only one solution. We can use it to power the not. We'll split it. Hello. We'll split it. You what is not split in the department by now, but we go long. Like this school now, you can split by from the left. Okay. I can split it here as well. Let's look at it equal to left. But it will give me first one equal to left, and then comma 4. I close my bracket and hit enter. It will give me full. Then I can say equal to right. Sorry, right? And then like 5, comma 5, and I close the bracket, hit enter. Hello. So many ways. Now I want to separate it to 2 different columns. I will use left, and then equal left is a function. Left equal to, I will count the one I want to separate, which is from left 1, 2, 3, 4. And I will close the brackets. It will give me the full. Then the next one, I will use right. Then I will count from my right 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. From my 5 to begin to the day. Hello. So yeah, please be very much. That's what I wanted to say before, but so far she needs function. Let's use that one. But sometimes there are some people that demand you to just believe a picture. Not saying. But you can use this left and right. Okay, are we good? Huh? It's equals to left. Huh? If you click here, use left as a function. Now you go and click the test. You count the number of the tests you want to separate from your left. Our full is what? Is 4. So after left, for 1, 2, 4, you close the brackets. No, you click the test first. Command. Yes. After the test, command, then 4. You close the brackets. It will give you full. Then when you come to the second, you use right. Click the test, command 5 to close the bracket. Plenty function there. So as you dey work, now then you will learn the go. There are some things that maybe there are some function me I never even make use of before. But there may be time that maybe I want to work, it will warrant that. Now this thing I suppose to use. Yeah, in data cleaning, there is something I want us to do. I want to learn. Because now we don't get data cleaning. In data cleaning, there is no sure way that I want to clean data. I must not use this one hand. In fact, people do it, they work for 2 3 days, except the data where you get and the same thing with one way you don't work. There are some times for one clean data, I think use like 3 methods, maybe the first one will be what I want. Hello. Hello. So you must not be saying because I want to clean data, if I don't bring this side here, once. Sometimes people maybe the one don't be similar to what I've been doing before. But there's some data. So first try this method. Look at what you want. You can't see it. You try another one. You don't do what you want. Because that actually is the most difficult. Reason is that the data is not anything. The analysis is difficult. So you must try as much as possible to have the accurate data before you do your analysis. So we'll be using here Frank. I've remembered the second one. We have integer, but I don't want to make up use integer because integer, if you want to use integer, it's dealing with today's date. So let's check this age now. Let's go back to the age now. So we'll be using equal to ye franc. Ye franc. Okay, so ye franc for this our one time they said you don't have date different. Okay, so it's 365. So we use ye franc. We can use ye franc and integer. For integer, this is basic. So I don't want to use integer. So ye franc will be asking us the difference between it. Now, the reason why sometimes we don't use ye franc always they give us decimal join. I hate no they get decimal, but we can do it. So ye franc, we'll go and click different dates, start date. Which one should be start date? The birth date. You click the birth date, which is H2, comma, and then the other date, which is F2. Then you close your brackets and hit enter. What do you have now? That's it. Yes, I know. Now I will explain why we have this dot A. Now from the now this family, and then this November, and then this is February. So it's 53 years plus, but we will now change it. It will become 54. But let's suppose do this first. Click it and then fill down first. Okay, then we'll go to Home tab. Okay, we go to Home tab, go to General. No need to go to General. We'll remove decimal number from here. These two arrows, there's under this number, is two small arrows there. So you come and remove decimal. The one going by your right is to remove decimal. The one going by your left is to add decimal. If I click this one, going by it will add. But if I click the one going by the right, it's removed. So it will now approximate itself. So that will not be the problem. But the one that is less than 5, it's like that. But the one that is 5 above it, 4. So that is the franc for you. But if you did different, it will give you, if you know reach, you know reach. Two people ask questions at the same time. You say? If you go to Home tab, you go to number, you see dollar percentage, comma, this one. This first one is to increase decimal, to add decimal to what you have. Then this last one is to reduce decimal, to remove decimal, sorry. If you have, let's say now, if I'm clicking this one, look at it. Or if I'm going back to click this one, to remove the decimal. Yeah, franc. First date and the last date, comma, yes. Huh? Basis. First, look at what I click. H2, comma, then except we are not using the same data with us. King David, why do you leave my seat that I gave? Ma, I'm not supposed to answer those questions. If you cannot reply this class for the one, and you cannot give feedback, you need to go and read here. If that answer, if you are in this class for the one and as of today, you cannot take feedback. Go have, as you finish class, just look for one bar. When they give you cheat out there. Just take chill south to the one with the bitter. Because I want to bitter your mouth. Now, if you look at now, okay, let me open something. Any question here? Any question here? If you cannot, I don't talk now. First of all, we have class on Thursday. If you drink here and show me the sign, so you really drink, I will attempt to do on Thursday. If you cannot do, drop that, leave that now. Yeah? Jennifer, you are supposed to be assisting me. Make I answer this question first for one of my special students. He said na decimal. Click it. If you do not see hello, if you want to do something, and you want it to apply all, you must highlight that range. If you click one cell and you are doing now, one cell will apply to. If I'm not paying attention again, I don't see them. Control Z, 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 Z. Now this thing now, this is what I have. Yes.
It's like we expanded your own. Usually this map here give us a very long precision. So here is just 5.8, but in our own is 5.8 something. So once we click on that this map is there, we just click on one.
So wait. Sometimes you people don't listen. Just hold on. I said when I was explaining, I did not say click. I said listen first. When I explain, I say it continue adding. When you are clicking it, it continue removing. That's what I said. Now it's not issue because I put my own in expanding. You can look at it here. My system feel based on one decimal place. That place that we went and checked. That place I went and checked $sign. There, it will show you how many decimal places your this thing is showing. So your own might be in plenty decimal places. It's not sure because I expand it. If my column, it depends on the settings. That's for under the data type. If you set it on, if it is under number like this, if it be just 2, okay. But if it is under sum, it can add plenty decimal places. Now, not even that one be my wahala. My wahala now people way once drop down. So if you click it for drop down, if you click it, bring your cursor here and double click it. Double click it so it will scroll down. Then for decimal places, like they said, next class will probably find somebody that is the base close to here. Partner is the other one that is the last week class. You know that somebody will kind of faster than you. Another thing for you. You can play with that person if you shift your seat closer. Oh, no, I don't want. I'll think on this. Okay, if you must not talk now, you can be flip through this one. You get what I want to talk, but don't forget. Somebody asked question that if they move go right. Now that might be one address. Hello. Somebody says they move go right. Okay, now in Excel, please, I want to address something now, everybody. Jennifer, if we can give us what is there. In the one, they say, so how do you know what she did? You are supposed to be seeing what she's doing. How will you know it? You sit down, you give assistance. That's not what I say. You will learn by seeing what the person is doing. Hello, who can tell me why? If they move, go right. You know, they say for me. To align. In Excel, this now don't do too much, please. Jennifer, what you are supposed to do? It's supposed to be 1 minute. Please. Now, I dey ask question now, why is this number moving to the right? Let me talk. You hear what you say? You hear? And you want to big you can see you that I'm let's the lie. Number move to right hand side, later move to left. They lie. First, we don't know where to be lying for. Anything that is figure, they move go right. Yes, if you look at it now, make I bold that name so that you see what we are saying. Now you can't speak English because you go unique, man. We will not go school. Let me expand it. Okay, now you see, now what we are saying is that anything that is number recognized by a Z, not be anything that is number. There are some number where Z no dey recognize as number. When we go to that data, you will see it. Anything that is recognized by that number is going to the right hand side. Anything that is recognized by Z as a test coming to work left hand side. That is a program. Yes. If you are working with a data set, except you can put it in the middle and you see the recognized as number. Like that one, I use setup. But as far as you need to be left a problem, you need to work on it. Anytime you open the Excel and you see your number move to left side. Now what? Problem. Big one. It can be in the middle. I can set it in the middle. And it will not be a problem. That one I need set time. Okay. I can set it in the middle. Where my yeah, I can set it in the middle like this. This one, I use set time. Okay, it can never automatically be in the middle, but it can be automatically be in the right or left side. There is no way that a number or even a text can automatically be in the middle like this, except you set it. But it can be automatic in the left and in the right. Eventually, when you see text move to the left, so if you see number move to the left hand side, no problem. The problem is say you cannot calculate that number. It will not sum. Let's look at the example. Let's move on. Any question? We are going to that data cleaning now. Any question? So let's go to that data cleaning and see what we are saying. Now, look at this one. This one. If you look at this number, they move towards. They move towards. Now, if you see any time that a number move to red, there's something I want us to know. It's a big problem because they can never be summed. So let's look at it. Say, let's say I want to sum this one equal to sum. And then I highlight this number. Close it. To get me what? 0. Anytime a number moves to the right, a problem. It is still a number, but it says it's not recognized as a number. So you need to do something with it. But before we reach there, let's attend to something here. Please, somebody will remove that code because my laptop is not charged. Who cloud for there? You have to remove it. If my laptop off, the class will just end. So now let's address this. So there are sometimes you have an inconsistent. What is even wrong here? So what do we use to do this one? Can help us. Okay, he said we should transpose it. Why do you transpose it? What do you mean by transpose? Eh? Eh? But he said we should transpose this. Okay, what is wrong with this? Not say it's flatter. Okay, the simple is that there is too much space. And it is not simple English. Because if you use another English, it will be very difficult for you to locate where it is supposed to be. Now, there's a function to reduce space. That's why I want to hear that English space. There's a function to reduce space. A function for proper is to arrange this thing, but it cannot reduce space. This one, everything is good. It's just that there is too much space. So it did not have any problem with the right up. It's the space. So the function is called trim. That's the way they trim your hair, they trim your flower. So equal to trim is a function, then you will pick the test. A trim is used to what? To reduce the space between tests. Enter. So you will see, then we'll just do what? Drop down. Everything will be really wireless. Equal to what? Trim is the function. It's just one time. So you do trim and then the test, which is how we say 17. Okay, that is all. So all those things that you are seeing, you see that it's what? Done set. So trim function is used to reduce extra spaces between tests. Okay, we have, we still have, normally, we do have 10-minute break. We just stretch our leg on our hand. 5 minutes. Sometimes I give break. 5 minutes. So they are So please, let's go for a break. Stretch our leg, stretch our hand, stretch, relax our breast more, and then come back. This is 1:55. Then we come by 2, let's say 2:01.
It's not take that.
Huh?
It's not take that.
We are making 30. Huh? 2:50. Our people are 2:30. So no need for breaks. So So let's look at, in this particular data, there are 3 or 4 ways to correct it. There are 3 or 4 ways to correct it. In David, there are 3 or 4 ways to correct it. One, okay, let me tell all the reasons. One of the reasons why this data happen like this is because of the dollar sign that is attached to it. One of the reasons that it happened like that sometimes, because dollar sign sometimes is recognized, sorry, symbol generally sometimes is recognized as text based on the way it appears. But not all time. Like if you see we add naira, nothing happened to it. But yeah, and the dollar sign too affect us. Now, the first method is if you click that particular, you will see a danger sign here. How many of us they see them? Eh? Hello. There's a drop down there. We can correct it from there. Pick a drop down and then you say convert it to a number. There is a small button there under that. You say convert it to what? To number. Now immediately I convert it to number. I see where I saw because now 1 convert, we change it to 1.5 instead of 0. Hello. I'm corrected by that. But this one you can do between it one after the other. Okay, you convert it by that. How many person get it? That is 1. I saw it there before. But you know, say some of you are very funny. I ask. You people keep quiet. I know us. Not give me a response. I know us. I say, how many persons I want to show this day that you talk? You not talk. You don't know how. When I ask you talk, you don't understand that they are also trying to read us. Also, they are trying to read. Also, we can explain. So sometimes when I listen to two things, when it's ready to get something that will be not follow that place. It's not sure following I'm talking. Don't hold on first, man. I did not say this to anybody. Don't hold on first. I am not angry that you did not follow what I did. The only thing is that if I ask something, you do not talk. Because wait, I will never be angry that you do not get it. I will never be angry. Because that's why I will be repeating it. Okay. But the only thing is that when I ask questions and you know that you do not meet us, you do not talk, and now I leave. Shall we get the difference now? If I ask you, are we there? You keep quiet. When I don't move go far, now they come the time you say, I'm not there. We understand it now. Eh? Now we have 5 methods or 6 or 4. That's the problem. But when I first ask, because the issue is that why are the other people that? Let me know if we can do it together or we are not doing it. Don't have it. The only issue is that, sir, we don't get time, but that's our one move. The second method, this I want to happen. No, sometimes I will repeat. We may not know. If I'm fast to you, person. Hello. The fact is that I'm trying to meet up, but let not be like say you are not getting. So if I'm fast, like I cannot over because I'm too fast, you see 10, I'll see you reduce it. Okay. Now, my question is that I say if we click it, you see a danger sign here. And I'm not asked, how many of us see the danger sign? Now, 2 persons say they see it. That's why I continue. How many people don't know the danger sign? Now, if you're always not showing that danger sign, normally that danger sign, I don't even like that method. Okay, let's highlight it, everybody. Highlight them. Because that danger sign, you'll be doing it one after the other. Then we'll go to home. Sorry, my own half. We'll highlight it. Feel like say me, I already did home. You go to home tab. You see this fine, fine, and fine. Highlight this under home tab. You see fine. How many spaces is there? Fine. So you click that find. Are we there? Yes. You click that find and pick find. The second one is replace. You pick find, and then a dialog box will appear like this. Highlight, go to home tab. Towards the end of the right hand side, you see find. Click it and click find. Now, what are you looking for? Find box. Put $sign inside that box. $sign is what? Control and 4. Then you say find all. Do we see it? Find all. So hit find all. It will bring another dialog box. Just close it now. Immediately you hit sign or just close it. Are we following? No, I don't believe. Wait, I dey try everybody for the day this stage, but say I never close my own. So I will close it. Okay. Again. I will go back to find again. Please make sure that you click find all before you close it. Now I'll go back to find. Now this time I will use replace, not find. Okay, I'm done with find. Hello. So I will pick what? Replace. Now under that find, if you please replace now 2, you will see 2 on from now. Find. If you don't get $sign, just rest and go to 1. Hello. We did here. Yes. So under this replace, let your cursor there, you are not putting anything. The reason is that we want to just remove the $sign. We don't want to add anything. Just put your cursor there and then replace all. Click what? Replace all. You will see a small box there say all finished. We replace what? We make them. You click OK and then cancel the other one now. OK. And close this. If you want to move to the right hand side, go and buy beer and drink. Now, guys, the one who the $sign. Like I said, as the $sign contributes to move to work. Because if they look at the $sign first. Now, one thing about saying that. In fact, even though you have, there's something I want us to look at in Excel. Let's say I have this number 565457890. Then I can't add E. Because of this small E. In fact, Excel look it as test. Now, if a number is combined with a test, even though the number is long and the text is just 1 letter, Excel will never recognize the number. So look at this. All these things, 4578910. Then this E, and the E take it. So that's why we remove the $sign to C. Immediately we remove the $sign, what happens? Move to right hand side. Now, as it is now, you can sum it. See now, as I remove dollar sign, see where I sum before that was 0. Turn to what? 38.2. That is that. I want to do Control Z and another method CD. Now, another method is we can use text to column to move it, even with the dollar sign to become a number. Even with the dollar sign, text to column. Are we good to go? Okay, so you highlight the number, you go to what? Data, then text to column. Now, just click text to column till you finish. You don't need to do anything. Go to data tab, highlight the number, go to data tab, locate text to column. By now, everybody's supposed to know where text to column is. Just click text to column till you finish. Just next, 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 and then finish. Even with the dollar sign on it, it will change it to number for you. So not like I said, it's not every time that a currency symbol will make it a test. Okay, not every time. If you remember when we add Naira sign key, we do not change it. And so even now we have removed it from text to number, even when dollar sign is there. So now you pick, we did 3 methods now. What do I think? Who again? What do you do? I tell you the first and first.
I like to see test the problem. Next thing.
Now, for those that their test to column to not work, the last method, that is why I say we have like 4. Anyone can work for you. Hello. Test to column do not work. Your own did not have the danger sign. So 2, you don't do 2 0 with that. So back to, let me bring it back now. This is the last one. This is the what? Last one. But replace work a bit. So this is the last one. So equal to a function for value. A function called value equal to value. Then click the number, open a bracket and hit enter. So if you want to not do 2, this is 4 we did. If 2 do not work, 2 must work. Equal to what value, then you click the number and close the bracket. Equal to what function called value. And one number, no highlight time, this is a function. We don't, a function with that one number are not forming. So you don't highlight one single cell. And because of the 6 of people, they go highlight their own from top down. Yes. This is the function. Equal to what? Value. Here is what exists. Close your bracket and hit enter. There are some persons that are all work for their own. There are good people. There are some people that are not good. That is why some of their own is not working. But anyhow, the two must work for inside out four.
It's a nobody.
Eh?
Hashtag value.
Eh?
Hashtag value. What is it?
Which one is hashtag value?
No, it's really same thing.
Value is not work.
No.
Okay, for those that are playing with volume, there's something I want to say. So, okay, when I leave it to remove that.
What about highlighting the column, then go to column, and that's alignment, left, right alignment. First.
Okay.
I do them for reading, like arranging numbers, like doing that.
Wait, we always know what people want.
No, like that person who will
The alignment can never change it to the number. That one you are just trying to align it. But that will never change anything. Okay? So for those that are working with one, we manage that one. Eh?
That's a big
So for those that they are on nothing work, the only solution is to remove the dollar sign. Okay? That is clear. So Papa, one, if you say no one work at all, I have to say, no, I don't do it. Papa, will pay for it. But just the fact is that that is why we have different for phase one. Then, so your own, the only acceptable time is that you know the assessment dollar sign attached to the number, don't remove it. So any question, this is already 216. Question. Eh?
You made that one.
I don't do it. Okay, this last one, for those people that their own nothing work, now the problem with it. This last one is a combined function. We will do equal to value and clean at the same time. Two functions. Let's see which one comes first. Yeah. Okay. Now, this particular one, you combine two functions together at the same time. Okay, it's equal to value. You will not click anything, then you still use what? Clean. It's two functions at the same time before the number. Then you close bracket 2 times. This last one, the function called value, that is combining two functions at the same time. Value, clean before else. The reason is that the depth is in between the number. So if you use one function, it will never see it converted. So you must combine two functions at the same time before it is converted. Wanna try, let's see whether or not we see what. And you all got to work before. I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to people with their own roles. So if we use one function, try it will never convert it to a number. Okay. If you use only clean, it will remove one. If you use only clean, it will remove this information here. If you use only value, so you must combine them together before it will give you as a number.
Let's drop it down. Let's see something. And big dots. The last 5, 6, 6, 9, 7, 7. Nothing is.
That is.
It
depends on how you put it. So now, by Thursday, I want us to work on a read that out. Okay. The only thing that I want us to work here is remove extra row, sort and filter, then conditional formatting. Any other one, I'll not touch it here. So we'll be using. I'm looking for Success.
Second.
Yeah, you can stop the recording.